Om Shanti, everyone. It's like a world family here. Everyone is okay, had good travels, settled in the rooms. Everything is okay there. It's very good. We call this as God's home. So it's your home, our home, right? You need anything, anytime. Don't feel shy, just ask for it. There is always a topic or a theme, and we sit together to talk about it. But I just want to share what my feelings are, latest, my efforts. One is that this completeness and fullness, is something which brings a lot of contentment. Like love, we know, we all know what is love, we know, we have experience. But when it comes to that, I have to have love for everyone. I have to be very loving all the time. So we call that loveful. Now it requires a lot of effort to be all the time loveful, with everyone loveful. Just have this pure energy of love. And so many questions come. If someone does this, still I can love. If this happened to me, I still have to love. It does happen, right? Peace we understand, but to be peaceful all the time, now that requires a lot of effort. Peaceful all the time. Someone is kind of strong with me, but I have to be peaceful. So when it comes to being full, that's where the effort is required in the life. And especially those of us had this calling to do this, and give vibrations to others, share message with others, then we are more attentive. But then there is such power in being loveful, in being peaceful, or then whatever. It's like it will require tolerance, it might require power to face. Not only it requires powers, but then it also increases our powers. And power is most important, right? We use word energy a lot, but here you will hear word power a lot. Power sometimes it seems to be like little bit corrupt word. So they use energy, but we use word power. Now this is all connected with our thoughts. Two most valuable treasures we have now, which should be in our control. One is thought, another is time. What do I think, how much I think, what I think, and the time, not to waste time. Now, when you keep thinking, so its time is also being used, right? Thought and the time, moment, they both are all. And third, we count also is the breath. It's like three energies together. When you are thinking, there is moment is gone, your breath is also being used. All three are combined. So sometimes I wonder why we want to stop mind. Why should we try to stop mind? Because mind and our power to discern, we call it intellect, they are most needed, right? You think, but then there is power to discern, then you decide. And they both are such living, something which is consistent 24 hours. As breath for the body, same as the thought. It brings comfort, it brings love, it brings, but sometimes you are yourself so tired of thinking. So we start adopting certain principles for our thinking. You have a situation, or especially unresolved situation, it keeps coming in the mind. Mind goes back and forth to that. So how can I change it, stop it? So one is having thoughts, thoughts come in the mind. Other is I create thoughts. Most of the people say, I don't know, I'm having all these thoughts. I don't know why these thoughts keep coming to me. So we think it's an indication or there is some calling, there is something why it's happening. Right? We try to find reason. And more you think, more you keep thinking, more you could get confused, more you can feel heavy. Not only that, but thinking increases the volume of the situation. Feels so big that I can't manage. So I'm just giving example that two things, you have a topic of benevolence, but also you have come for silence retreat. Are you feeling a moment of silence? Yeah? Because one is thinking, other is reflections. I am speaking, I am stopping so that you can feel it, you can reflect on it. So, what happens when you start an understanding that you cannot do anything? Even I will not be able to get up from the chair without a thought, right? It's the thought which is making everything move. These days, a lot of people say, time really passes very fast. This year just went by, we didn't know. Time never, time is, if you look at clock, does it go fast? If it goes fast, you might have to change battery because something wrong, right? But our thinking, our speaking, maybe things we have to do are more, much more. Now, it's important, like I was thinking today, that the capacities in the mind are, in the whole universe, It's governed by three powers. One is creation. Every year in Peaceful Age, time comes, there are no leaves in the trees. And then when we are coming in spring, it's green, then more green, then all green. So am I creating thought? But then if I'm creating, what kind of thoughts am I creating? So this way what start happening, at least you know that you can manage your thoughts. They have so many courses on management, right? Management of time, management of task, but I think most important is management of thoughts. And second power is to sustain something. Anything you begin, you create, and then you sustain. But when you are sustaining, then many difficulties come, many obstacles come. And then you have to destroy those obstacles, difficulties, that we call it power to destroy. Even for God, they say what He does, creation, COD, right? Generate, operate, and destroy. Generate, operate, and destroy. There is nothing in the world which is unlimited. There is always limit. There is always somewhere it stops. Look at the seasons. In our lives, we have childhood, adult, then ages are there. And then there is one day a big transition from old to new. So if I have to, what thoughts I have to create? So then you need to have the purpose in the life, aim in the life. What you want to be and do. What I want to be and what I do. So what I want to be, I say, oh, I want to be a good person, want to be a generous person, I want to be a compassionate person. And then doing could be any, your career or your choices or whatever you have to do. I decided to do this. So all our thoughts will really focus there. What I have to be and what I have to do. And when I have to be, lot of, opposite currents or challenges come. And that's where I use power of thoughts. There are certain people, they doubt everything. And first thing is, they doubt their own thinking. If I doubt my own thinking, you will never have nor self-respect nor stability. And some are overconfident, some have doubts. But what this weekend you will come to know more, and you know a lot. You will be able to reflect on what kind of self-respect I am maintaining. When there is self-respect, there is no ego and there is no humiliation. You never feel bad about anything. And you don't feel, I am this, I am great, I am, egos. Both are brings us up and down, up and down. Our energy level goes up, then high, then low. But if I am in self respect, but what is that self respect? But then there is a formula is, so let's say some of us have, we all have, but some have less, some more, habit of worrying. Some worry a lot and some worry medium, right? Some very little. Now it's a habit, right? So if I have a concern and worry, keep thinking about, keep thinking. Lot of waste thoughts, lot. It's like a storm. And if you have less, then you have less, few waste thoughts. So you have to deeply see where my wastage is, where my leakage is, where I allow a lot of thoughts to be, because it doesn't help. By thinking, it doesn't help a lot, right? So then you check and then you change it, that I should trust. Change that quality of worry into trust. And then you start noticing the quality and quantity of thoughts changes. So check what is really not allowing me to be quiet or silent or peaceful. Sometimes you take a corner, sit in the, oh, I want to be quiet today. That mind has to be quiet, of course, space and whatever you choose to be in quiet, but internally, am I quiet? And if not, then you see why. Is some attraction, some distraction, some likes, some dislikes? There's something within you which is not allowing you to be quiet. So we don't want to empty ourselves, right? Why shouldn't be thinking? I think we should be thinking, right? Just imagine if we don't think, what will happen? We all will be sitting here, no dinner, nothing today, because we are not thinking. So thoughts are important, but the quality of thoughts and the quantity of thoughts. So what we doing when I said full, whenever you find your mind has like becoming confusion, chaos, then I say, no, I am peaceful. You are not peaceful, but you tell yourself, because that's what you are eternally. I am peaceful. I began from there my spiritual journey when first I went to Brahma Kumaris. They said, Om Shanti, I am peaceful. So I said, no, internally, because it's not that I was. But then I don't know, that word stayed with me, peaceful. So when I am in college, university, I was still in school, I think. And during day, many things used to happen, and I will say, I am peaceful. And when I say I will smile, and so I maybe said 10 thoughts per day. Next day were 11th, then keep increasing. And that awakening of knowing what is true peace. ability to be peaceful, capacity to be peaceful, keep increasing. So, this way, becoming, not only managing, but it's like you are becoming the master of your own mind. Sometimes what others say, sometimes from past influences, whatever things, mind just comes up with so many thoughts, and we don't know from where they're coming. But one of the way to direct them is, I am peaceful, I am loveful. Very simple practice. And then you see the change which start happening. So that is where then internally, when I need to pause, I can. As I can pause for the words, I can pause in my thoughts. I can stop speaking. I can also tell mind to stop, fully stop for a while. So that is where you are kind of internally experiencing also a kind of silence. So, not speaking is one kind of silence, but then listening is another kind of silence. I don't want to hear today. I don't want to see images today. Another silence. But what is being taken and what is being given is your thoughts. So, thoughts are important, mind is very important. But because it is energy which I need to understand and manage, whether reflections, insights, sometimes very, very beautiful, very clear thoughts come for uh, some kind of creation, any project, any initiative. They are important, right? So I'm sharing some different kinds of things for your weekend. You will see how it will be useful. But remember the word full. And whenever you want really to stop and be in silence, just say, I am full, peaceful, I am loveful, I am blissful. And that's what eternally you are. And you will find is being awakened, and then you are becoming that again. I don't know if it's something we are connecting with or. Oh, shit.